I'm joined now with Pete Valinski, the owner and proprietor of here Entoyment Wargames in Poole.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, and you, mate.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we're really excited for Pete for inviting us down here today for doing this game. I know we've been talking about it pre-COVID. COVID happened. Then we started talking about it again. Other jobs, so obviously my previous job and that I was doing got in the way. So it's been actually great actually get down there, mate, and actually spend some time. And the Blood Bowl tournament you've had running this weekend, it's been
really
awesome. It's been packed in there. Like, you're really excited to see that go in and that.
Yeah, it's nice to have with your channel and then the Bonehead channel as well. I think it's really important for the store to have the exposure for you guys here and also for the exposure for you as well.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, we've been coming down this. You've known that in the channel. I've been sort of talking about it. We've been coming down here now. Oh, how long have you been? This site alone?
This one's just over 3 years.
So there you are. So 3 years we've been coming down here. We didn't go to your previous site, although
That's right.
So we got you as you were moving in actually for a few weeks. So we enjoy coming down here. Poole in Dorset. Make yourself down in Entoyment. So Pete,
thank you.
All right, mate.
The game's been good at Rocks Drift.
Absolutely brilliant, and that, you know, a lot of people, even when the guys playing the Blood Bowl and that was coming over, oh, what's this all about? How can I play? Were you coming down again to play this? I said, yeah, we're definitely going to come down and bring it down.
Yeah, I think it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the rules. I thought the rules you did were really good, and that it works really, really well. And I think you can tell that you've adapted it and added extra things to it. So,
get that film sim sort of look and that.
I think the cleverest thing was that you've got it so that it's on edge.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy, we talked about this morning, about it's very easy with colonial conflicts that possibly they can become turkey shoots.
Yeah.
And that your game doesn't do that. No. Your game keeps it on edge. It's possible that both sides can win, and I think that's really important.
That's something that was very important to me, was obviously making sure that the players didn't know all the picture, what was going to go on. And even so, me as the umpire, I don't know the full picture. I know certain things, but I don't know
because
myself.
You've got the blind events.
I got the blind events that's going to happen and everything else. So again, it keeps it all fresh for me, running the games for people. So I don't know what's going to happen. And again, my fun from it is watching the players' faces. When certain events happen, I sort of,
So what ratio of each side winning have you had?
Sort of, 60-40 around that sort of touch ratio for the British to win. Yes, there's a good chance that they will if they can. Yeah, the firepower can be good, but as Paul found out this afternoon, it let him down a bit.
Yeah, it was getting a bit hairy when I was there. I thought I was breezing it, and then it started to go pear-shaped.
How long have you been in the hobby? How long have you been at the shop, previous shop?
I've been in the hobby probably. I mean, like a lot of people, on and off, life gets in the way, I guess. Maybe 20 years, maybe more. Certainly, as a teenager, I was, into Games Workshop and sitting outside like most people. I think, I definitely went. I always had a passion for historical, so I always knew that's kind of what I wanted to do. Even though I've been playing with Space Marines, I kind of felt I want 100% in it. So I think you can see me in the. I mean, I wish I played more games than I do, but you can see me in the store playing all sorts of different things, and I will play board games. I
know you've played a lot of Battle Group in that in the past now. Swiping there when you've been playing it.
Yeah.
And Wars of the Roses, you like playing?
I do like. I mean, 20th century is probably less my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like you say, I do play Battle Group and I'll play anything really. But I do like what you would call the age of black powder.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thing.
It's that sort of gentlemanly warfare, isn't
it? I do anything from, say, maybe the Wars of the Spanish Succession up to the colonial conflicts, the Sudan. I like the Sudan a lot. I like American Civil War. I like Napoleonics. Well,
we've seen some of your collection and that in the cabinets, and I took some videos of some of your collection out in the cabinets, and you can see where you're sort of where you are.
It's big battles. Big
battles.
Big battles. And having said that, I will do ancients, and I think today you saw my medieval army.
Yes, I did.
I've been working on some Burgundian army, so I do other stuff, but I definitely get a tickle in my tummy about the age of black powder, I guess. I like colonial warfare, and you probably know I've got a big thing for Russia and Russian armies.
Well, your Russian army, when you played at Beachhead last year, I walked past and I thought, Blimey, that's a stunning collection.
It's a big army. Yeah. I'm actually shockingly rebasing some of it, which I shouldn't get into that because that's a real minefield.
Yeah, it is a minefield.
I have started to rebase it. I get into my idea in my head that I want to change the basing, and then I've done that with that Burgundian army. It's got into my head that I don't really like the.
Well, it looks a certain way, and that's it. One goes, the whole lot's got to go then.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess. I guess the thing is, I had a career in retail management, which obviously took up a lot of my time, and I played football relatively high level. So that really, like, painting miniatures was kind of something I did on the side, on and off, more like stress relaxation.
Yeah, a lot of people that do that for stress relief and that.
And I think it helped me hugely when I did it. And then I used to kind of sell stuff on eBay and things like that, and like commission do stuff and that. But eventually, I think I got a bad injury playing football, and I decided my retail career maybe was not what I wanted to do for the next 20 years. And so I decided to do this.
Do your hobby instead as a business.
And a little bit blind, I guess, because I didn't really know anybody in the hobby particularly, and I didn't, I never gamed. I always painted, but I never really gamed. And so I guess I was a bit blind. I was a bit lucky in the sense that the area's got very good gaming communities and clubs. And I didn't really know that. People say to me, "I bet you started a shop because you knew." No, I didn't know that.
No.
I actually had no idea. And over a period of time, it builds up, and more people come in, and I hope we do a good job of what we do. And I always. The important thing is I'm always striving for it to be better. I think there's always stuff we can do better. And
I think that's like anything, like you say, not just from a business perspective, but obviously from a hobbies perspective. We see something, like you said about your basing for your army, and that you think, I've done it that way to start with. No, I want it this way now, and it's always that little bit you think you could do more, and everything else. So I think that's just, as I said, same for everybody, which is right, which is what keeps us going in that sense for the hobby, that is, and obviously for you, for your business.
I think I really want Entoyment to be something. I'm certainly not financially driven by running Entoyment. It's definitely a passion. I want it. I'm sure I want it to do okay and look after itself and pay the bills and things like that. But I essentially want to spend time with my. So many people, so many customers here become my friends.
Yeah.
And so if I make decisions to improve it or change it or upscale or whatever I decide to do in the future, then they're always done for the benefit of me trying to make it as good as I can for what is effectively now my friends. And that's more important to me maybe than the financial aspect. I'm not naive enough to know that it's got to pay for itself.
It's got to pay for it.
But I want, and I think I try to get through to the team here. There's quite a big team of guys and girls that work here now. So. I think I try to get through to them that I just want people to be looked after all the time, and for them to give good service and so not I don't like dishonesty. So if we get something wrong or we haven't got something that we say we've got, or if that happens, hopefully it doesn't, but it does.
It's life is life, isn't it?
We make mistakes sometimes. So I hope that we're always open and honest with people, and that's really important.
We've noticed. We've gone to quite a few gaming centres and that around the southwest and even up north actually. And what I find coming here, I'm quite happy to travel an hour and a half to come down to Entoyment because of what I get. I've got a great store. There's great guys here that work here. You can always have a laugh, take the mickey, and don't be afraid they're going to take the mickey back. So it is a good bit of fun. I like that. I like the interaction. And I like coming to the venue. And everyone's friendly that comes in. I've never been here and there's been any problems, and I think that's a bonus.
I would say that was the biggest eye opener for me coming into gaming. I was definitely an outsider coming into the communities in this area and things like that. I think my biggest learning from it was that I maybe had a perception, maybe because I used to go into games workshops when I was young and things like that maybe it was maybe a bit cliquey or that people were ultra competitive. And the reality is, from 7 years, and I'm saying this now to some people that are out there that maybe don't come to gaming communities and stores and that, and maybe just do it on their own, that I would say that actually I find that I was completely wrong with that. Actually, I found that actually the gaming communities are really friendly, and the ultra competitive types are very rare.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly noticed that. Like I say, not just in the actual gaming stores or gaming areas, shows or anything, but even on YouTube, I've not really come across anybody who's been really ultra negative or anything like that. Everyone's always wanting to back everybody. Everyone's always fighting for each other's corner, fighting for them in their corner. And I think that it stands testament to our hobby. Our hobby is really, it is a large hobby around the world, but really we're a small community within that. And I think that is what certainly probably drives you forward for what you do, because obviously you see guys keep coming in and out.
100%.
And everything else. And obviously for us to come down here, we enjoy coming. Like I said to you before, we enjoy coming down.
And that's why for me, I'm really pleased with my association with yourselves and VT and Bonehead and stuff. Is that they're run by people that feel the same way about gaming as me. Really, that that it's all about inclusion and it's a safe haven, if you like, for people to game and have fun with, do things with people that have got like-minded and like the same stuff as them. It's probably the only place I've ever been in my life where I can go and start talking to somebody about Kitchener's column in the Sudan and they know what I'm talking about. I think we were talking to a chap earlier today, it was really interesting, and he said that he didn't really have any gamers around him, and he was like, he felt like he was disrupting our game, and he said, I'm so desperate to talk to somebody
about
gaming,
in
the same stuff as me. And
we thought, carry on.
We were like, we like listening to this. Keep talking. So it's great, and I love seeing the passion in other people. That come to the store, like Matt's and Rob's and things like that. They come here and get passionate about their gaming. I love that it does that to them. And that they enjoy it, and I suppose that's my reward for the hard work and effort of building the store and continuing to, it's stressful running a gaming store, I think, but the reward is
seeing smiles on people's faces. They're happy playing. They've come in here, they've built their armies up, you've watched their armies grow, and they're gaming and they're rolling some dice, not throwing at each other on my head, but but no, seriously, the people are happy. They're happy to come and play. And I suppose, obviously, we've got to allude to it with the previous. Obviously still going through the pandemic, but obviously that must have hurt you hard at the time in the initial sort of lockdowns.
Yeah, because we're not a store built on an online community effectively, we're built on a physical community, and a large proportion of our revenue comes from the local customer base. So it was interesting to then become very reliant on online. It's interesting because myself, Andy and Carl carried on working through the pandemic in the store, doing orders and ordering.
Because I knew you were doing all the pick-up points and things like that.
That's right. Store, and everyone else was off, and there was just the three of us working through. And I think that there was, I'll tell you the truth about it, is there was a few days where we were sat here and we questioned what we were doing, because we didn't feel like our purpose in life was to ship orders out online.
Yeah.
We wanted to see people gaming in the store and be greeting our customers and chatting to them. And so, I don't think any that ever crossed our minds to stop doing it. But we had conversations downstairs and we said to each other, "This just doesn't feel right, does it?"
I think the whole situation
is about people
community. It's about community. Not just you as a retailer, but you as a gamer within yourself. It was about meeting people, greeting people. Like I said, watching them buy their armies, grow their armies, not throw dice at each other, and. Come win, lose, or whatever.
It's like when you go to shows, I used to go to shows to see display games, and I still do. We both went to Partisan, didn't we? But the display games were fabulous, and they get something to take away with me. But like with the pandemic and that, I was just, I went back to the Partisan, and what did I really enjoy about Partisan? I loved seeing the boys from Great Escape.
Yeah.
I loved seeing Stu from Colonel Bill's. I loved seeing Paul from Early War, and just chatting to all the people that are friends in the industry that I missed.
I felt as though walking around Partisan, I've never been to Partisan before, it was my first time going, and I felt going around there, it was just nice to see people all congregating, doing the passion, doing the things that they want to do. Not just the guys displaying the games, but customers like ourselves, walking around. We bumped into one another. I didn't know you were going. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, hello. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
you know, bumped into one another and just chatting, and people just talking about the hobby and talking about what they've been doing through the lockdowns and the pandemic, talking about what their future plans were, looking at the trade stands, thinking, I fancy doing that now. I fancy having a look at this. I fancy that. That to me is what rekindled the passion for the hobby for me.
Yes.
Because I think through the pandemic, I don't know about you guys, but it was certainly felt like, yes, we were building and painting. Yes, we were doing this. Yes, we were talking in our videos about what we wanted to do. But must have been got to a point, certainly not for me, and I said I know I had work issues, but for me, hobby-wise, I was literally gone off of it. I literally could walk away from it. And I needed partisan. I needed that spark to get me back. Do you know what I mean? And
what a great show.
Fantastic, mate.
Really
But
good show, isn't it?
show-wise,
Yeah.
Beachhead, we're going to talk about
Yeah,
shows.
yeah. The Beachhead's about 3 months away now.
Yeah?
It's not. I think next week is 3 months. It's not
It's
long.
knocking on the door, mate.
If you organise a show, that isn't very long.
So, just for the viewers, where's Beachhead?
Beachhead's at the Bournemouth International Centre on the 12th and 13th of February. Valentine's Day is the day after the show, so you can rest easy on that.
No, what about a nice long break for the wives? Bring the wife
Do they
down.
want to go to a Wargame show?
Well, no, but the guy does, but I mean...
So 12th and 13th of February, lots of tournaments.
Yeah.
Tournaments is growing and growing every year. So we have 40k, which has got 240 players. We've got 180 in Age of Sigmar. Yeah, and then about the same again in Blood Bowl, Titanicus 32. These are all sold out actually.
Yeah.
There's one or two
good.
tickets left, I think, for Sigmar and Blood Bowl, but. And then Kings of War's just gone on sale, Legion's on sale, X-Wing's on sale, both going quite well. I think we've got Art of the Gare, we've got Meg, we've got Fog. There's loads of tournaments.
That's good.
And then we've got Traders, display games. I think he's got 25 display games booked in already.
Oh, that's good.
And then lots of subsidiaries. So the History Hour will be at Beachhead again. There's some RPG at Beachhead. We've also got cosplay reenactors like we had last time out, and then we've got some lots of board gaming traders, and there's trade space still if traders are out there and they want to book in. That'd be great.
Anything in the evenings? The Saturday evening?
So for the first time we're doing evening gaming on
Okay.
Saturday night. We've hired the function rooms at the hotel opposite the venue.
Opposite the venue, yeah. I know
So
that.
the idea of that is that you can go in and game, but you can network and chat, and hopefully the traders will come in and chat, and gamers. And,
They can get involved in the game because obviously they're trading all the time.
Absolutely,
They can come and play,
or even just meet and greet and
Yeah.
chat. So I think that'd be really nice. I think it's a nice touch. Show continues to grow, at a rapid rate, which is quite hard to keep hold of. It's quite stressful. But I think we'll ramp it up quite a bit. You'll see it in Wargames Illustrated, miniature Wargames in the next couple of months. We've got some features in there, so I think that'd be really good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for Pete for joining us in this little chat today, and we thank you very much for inviting us down and for putting on our game
It's
today.
been an absolute pleasure. It's been nice to have you.
Apologies for all the noise that's going on around. They're obviously clearing down for where the tournament's been on this
And
weekend.
lots of cheering.
And lots of
going
cheering
on.
was going on. There's obviously some trophies being won, I hope.
Yeah. It could be our fan club cheering us outside.
Well, you never know,
It could be.
Could be Pete and Lee's left the building,
Yeah. Excellent.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching our video today, and we hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, please hit that like button, and don't forget, always hit the subscribe button and hit the notification for the next video that's going to be posted. And until next time, guys, please stay safe. Happy wargaming.
Thank you.